Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday. We are up and running on the places, YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, I have a sticker to show you today. I'm going to be revealing the full concept for it and the story behind it for our expedition and our specimen. And then I will show you the sticker as it is now. There's a few things that I wanted to tweak last minute, so I thought I was going to be able to fully reveal the sticker itself, but there's a couple of things I want to tweak to make it more awesome for you guys, so hang tight with that. We have Briar auction pieces and their program that they revealed this last week. Other than that, it's been kind of quiet on the Briar front, so this should be hopefully a quick stream. And then I'll give you some studio updates, including club stuff. Yay! It's been a week. Well, it's been like 4 months, but anyway, we'll get to that. All right, let's do Briar first, and then we will go from there. So that is our lead-in for Briar. They posted the program and didn't really make a big deal of it, so I don't know if anybody's supposed to see it, but too bad it's there. If they didn't want people to see it, they shouldn't have posted it. Apparently, that's how the hobby works. Let's see. They posted on the blog some, oh, that's kind of cool. You can do it like that. Where's my blog? That there were some live auction model peaks. So they started revealing a test pieces last week, so I'll show you those. I think we went over them. Here's a family Arab stallion, mold number 7, so early on in Briar's history. It says lucky number 7. Mold's been done in a dark bay homozygous Tobiano Pinto, designed by Leslie Cathman. Looks like they're starting to get into giving the credits for the designs for the auction models a little bit more than they used to. Here's a Gofford, again designed by Leslie Cathman. Mold number 702. It's done as a black Sabino roan, so quite detailed. Lots of little speckling in there. Nice detailed eyes. Very cute. It's actually a really nice color on that mold. And then we have a Heather Puello designed quarter horse. So this is mold 733 American quarter horse, done Tobiano Sabino. Quite a wild Sabino on this guy. This is the Geronimo mold. Lovely shading. A lot of these pieces are obviously they're kind of one-offs, so they end up spending a little bit more time on them. I love Succession and La Fire. So we have lot number 12, which is mold number 580 and 581, the Nuzzling Mare and Newborn Foal. Doesn't say who the designer of that one is, but the little La Fire is so cute. I just love this pair so much. They don't get enough credit, just like most of the Moody stuff. And then the pretty Succession there. Love the color choices. So cute. So they've done these ones, and then let's go. Let's see if it will follow me. Last week's reveals. It will not follow me. Let me try again. Here's auction models from last week. They're doing it in the beer garden, so this is a change of venue for the auction. Normally, it has been in the little covered area. I don't know what it was called, but like in the Hall of Champions type area, they have a little covered gazebo thing with seats. It's obviously gotten quite big, so they're moving it to the beer gardens. Obviously, alcohol also helps ease money spending, so maybe that was part of the plan as well. They seem to be making alcohol quite a large part of Briarfest now, which is kind of an interesting move, but it'll probably work out for them. There's just all the information on the thing. So this one's designed by Darren DJB. So this is their first thing that she's done for Briar, which is kind of cool. This is obviously Smart Chicolina, mold number 595. It is lot number 1, liver chestnut overo. So quite detailed in the pattern, very lacy, kind of overo with the ring around the eye, which is kind of cute. So that'll be kind of cool to see what that does. And congrats to Darren on getting to design something for the auction. Lot number 4, Cantering Welsh Pony number 104, glossy sun-faded black blanket Appaloosa designed by Christina Riley. That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Christina, on getting to do that. Because I don't know if it's just me, but I don't remember them giving credit for most of the model designs. Every once in a while they tell you who it was, but for the most part it wasn't. So we have modeling on the face, around the eyes and the mouth. It's a really, really dark, rich color. Interesting for them to use a Cantering Welsh Pony. That doesn't pop up very often. And the cute little tail on it on the blanket with the mapping, looks like, yeah, around the spots. Then we have a Vallegro. This one does not declare the designer on it. So lot number 5, Vallegro, mold 737, done as a Dapple Bay Roan. So you can see lots of flecking in the color there. Really nice work on the face. We have mapping around the markings, and then the shoes, of course, are done. Little ermine spots here on the feet. Very, very cute. And the dapples are really nice and subtle, which is really cool. Next up is a Lady Phase, done as a pearly double dilute Tobiano Pinto designed by Sommer Prosser with a blue eye. Very, very cute. Very pearly, definitely pearly, which is very pretty on this mold. And she's got such a sweet, like, soft, sleepy face, this lady. Congratulations, Sommer. And then I don't think that they did anything else. We have hands-on hobby workshops, where to get the models. So there's a whole bunch: dollar horses, customizing horses, breeding horses for novices. Check those out on the site if you're interested. We did reveal last call for workshops. So that was what we talked about last time, which was the last auction model. So, or not auction model, the best customers. My gosh, the open show champion prize that I was struggling speaking about, and I still struggle to speak out about, apparently. But then they did put up the program. So to get there, if you're interested, you go to events and then just click on Briarfest. That takes you to this main page here. And then when you scroll down, it's not really very prominent. It's a bar on the site, but it doesn't have a picture or anything associated with it. So it just looks like a header, but it is actually their program itself. So when you click on that, you can view it. Pops open in the viewer here. A little bigger. There were a couple of reveals in there that they haven't revealed yet. So kind of spoiled a couple of things. Let's see, wasn't on that page. So that just shows all of your special run models. Half of these are available to online, and then the other half are available only in person. But you can also get the ones that are available online in person. And then there's swag. So we have a Flinka Fjord mold Astrid mold, I guess. Cute little silhouette t-shirt with a flower crown and flowers under her feet. There's another one of those nice canvas totes. So this is Briarfest, Midsummer. Looks like they have the um, little pole with the ribbons featured on the front of that, which is cute. The Icelandic as a cup with a whole bunch of flowers is pretty adorable. So that's kind of a fun little feature. Looks like it is the direct to print transfer stuff, which is kind of fun on a clear glass. Then we have a Doll Horse t-shirt, which is very cute. It says Midsummer Fair on it. And then the Midsummer Fair logo, which is still teasing all of us with its Henry Fjord and Firestorm Full being on it. I don't know why they're on there and they're not in the lineup, but we were theorizing in the Hangout that maybe it's a Mirror in Full or Stallion in Full pairing with the two, because that would be kind of cool to be able to do the different fjord colors. And they haven't yet done a two-part surprise, being an adult and a baby, which would be really, 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 really cute. And they don't normally reveal anything in the logo and stuff like that, or the surprise in any way before. But wouldn't that be the easiest way to throw us off the scent, is by putting it somewhere in their other stuff? Again, I'm just speaking on my behalf. I don't have any insider information. They do not tell me anything even about my own stuff. So, but they tease me to make me spend more money. And then that's all the event stablemates, the limited edition models. We've seen all of those. Let's see what else there was. Portrait models, so it shows who's going to be there, autographs, all your workshops are in here, your mini model show classes, what's in the beer garden, which again is very prominently featured. I'm not a drinker, so that's just weird for me. Celebration Park, especially at a kids event, but anyway, parents got to do stuff too, I guess. Petting Zoo, Young Rider Magazine, Pony Rides, Doc Dogs, Circus, all that good stuff. We did have the raffle models revealed here. So Pining for the Fjords, apparently this is Monty Python alluding to it, Monty Python references in the names, which I didn't catch, but it's been a while since I've watched Monty Python. So we have the Clydesdale Mare done in a dapple gray, which is very cute. That's Saturday raffle. Sunday raffle is Walking Through the Lupines, which are very pretty flowers. So my brain focused on flowers, but whatever. Very, very cute, with some splattering going on in the pattern on the edge, and then a cute little, like, little bits of modeling in the face where it's subtle, and then there's pops of the pink, which is actually quite cute. So I think that the Bobby Joe's definitely going to be popular, and then the Clydesdale Mare, lots of people have her. So their daily schedules, which they break down everything there, who's talking and doing things. There's the map. So there's your big Alltech Arena, big barn, hobby tent, Museum of the Horse. Yeah, lots of different places. I don't know, where's their beer gardens? Beer garden. So beer garden's over by the Doc Dogs. So that's where the auction's going to be this year, is over here. Basically the one entrance to the park, which is going to be a little bigger, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. Their artisans gallery with the listing of all of the different artists that'll be there, swap meets, and all the different vendors for the swap meets. All these wonderful advertisements for our awesome hobby people. Silent auctions. Okay, here we go. So there is a customized, factory customized Fireheart as a cassowary, a murder turkey. And I thought it was a dinosaur at first, and I freaked out. I'm still freaking out because that's really cool. And it's not often that we see anything that's plastic customized in the auctions. So that's really cool. And he's a one of a kind, so that's even cooler. So I'm excited to see what he goes for. And I love the colors. So fun. And then we have a Scanty Surprise Lingaberry, which is the Best Customs contest, or the Best Customs and Diorama, I think, also. Maybe. I don't even know. Don't even believe me. It is one of the prizes, for sure, the prize for the best customs and baby diorama. And then Gravlax is the reserve prize for that. And then Karen Gerhardt, because it's the celebration of the 10th anniversary of the Shenandoah mold and the 20th anniversary, I think, of Cleveland Bay. And so she's done them 10 years apart, which is really interesting because now she has a new mold this year, being technically an older sculpture, but a new mold to Briar, being Danzante Carmen. So that's kind of neat that they're 10 years apart. I wonder if they planned that. So she's painted these, donated them, and has like a little framed celebration of them as well. So yeah, that is what they're up to. And then they did give us a little peek at the back. Here's some more. There's your social media meetup and more advertisements for different people and hobby horsing. So this is Guillermo. Guillermo is a collector club member, one of the fall location destination, I'd assume ponies, maybe? Or is it just a member collector club special run? There we go. So it's not a destination one. Looks really, really nice in this color with the actual hair. I do prefer this mold with hair. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I know some people like the roached. It's not a surprise that I like hair. So there's that. So that's what Briar's been up to. There is no other pages to this program. That's all they put out here. That is the different vendors in the covered arena as well. So check it out. They don't have anything new on the website for stuff. I took a peek, and again, we're still sitting with just this kids deluxe gift set with the Black Arabian and all their collegiate, I can say it right now, stuff, and then the Americana plush. We have July 4th coming up really, really quick here. Canada Day is July 1st, and then July 4th follows soon after. So it is a very celebratory month. Yeah, that's what we're up to. They did have a promo for the FIFA World Cup where they were giving away one of the little soccer stablemates from one of the Briar Fests. It's not up there. It's hard to tell these pictures apart. They're all formatted kind of the same. Why can't I click on Briar? Their clicky things don't work. Yeah, their links don't work. I can't make it do the thing. That's okay. All new. I don't see anything new. Maybe they're just, I don't know, placeholder. That is quite cute though. I like the little fluffies in her hair. So yeah, that's what Briar's been up to. We have Andrea. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Jamel. Hello. Amy. Hi. Gemma. Hi. So yeah, that's what we've got going on with Briar. If you haven't bought your tickets, again, they're still on they have them up for sale, but you're getting a wild card or a random pick model, depending on what kind of ticket you're buying. Shelly. Hi, Shelly. Most of the club members are getting their club stuff, so let's go into the next update. And I require coffee. So yeah, most club members are getting their boxes. I tried to do more theme, because this is our first theme box for the Medallion Club part of the expedition. So sticker club people obviously got the sticker and the field notes and the newsletter, which I'm doing an add-on component for the Flat Out Fabulous winners. I was including that in the printed one, but they weren't printing out the best. It's a little easier to see it on digital, and that lets me do some other stuff in the newsletter because the Flat Out Fabulous was taking up basically the whole back page. So that's all, for the most part, arriving at most people's places right now, which is very exciting. I will have extras of the medallion available for club members shortly here. And stickers, there's not a lot of the stickers left over, but there'll be a couple. And then we'll have, I'm going to try and transition back to the publicly available medallions as well. So club members will obviously get their discount and their early access, and then if we have any left over, they will go out to the public for the normal price, which is a little bit higher. So I'll have that, and then you don't get all the swag with it. You don't get the club experience of the expedition. That's kind of special for you guys that are in the club because it's awesome. What else do we got going on? So that's kind of fun. I had the boxes open up. I wish I would have. Do I have one? Did I keep a demo box? Here, hold on one second. You have one. Ha ha. So, if you don't want this spoiled, turn away for a minute, and maybe plug your ears, come back in a minute. But most of you have this already, so we're just going to go through it. So when you open up your box, it looks like a little shipping crate that has the expedition. It has the drawing on it to explain what the specimen is, some information about it. I kind of went a little bit ham because I had a lot of fun with this. And then you have your specimen tag on the actual medallion, and then a little warning because it's dangerous. It's a specimen. You never know. You have to handle the exotic specimens with care. So I tried to make it a full experience, which is a lot of fun for me. And then, of course, there's the sticker. Where'd it go? I had it right here. Did I throw it away? Then you have the sticker that goes with it, which was an upgraded sticker to a holographic sticker base. So the actual hippocampus, which is just like tripping my camera right out. The actual hippocampus is holographic and very, very shiny. And then the background is matte, which is so fun. So it sounds like people are excited about them so far, which is very cool. I do enjoy when everybody enjoys the medallion. And I did reveal that last stream. So that medallion is the hippocampus. And he is specifically a specific kind of hippocampus. He is Hippocampus oceanus. I don't trust my own brain cells, so I had to check. But he does have all his little scales. Fins are all done. He is Dragonette inspired specifically because I did the colorway based off of, and the medallion is a little bit different. The colorway based off of a mandarin fish, but you're welcome to pick whatever color you would like for him because there's lots of options. You can take out your metallics and your pearls and your color shifts and your interference and just even glow in the dark because bioluminescence is totally a thing, and have lots of fun with this guy. So I'm excited to see what people paint him like. I also had a little fun with the description because he's a little different than you'd expect when I explain, technically when Lily explains in her field notes, kind of how she found it and what it looks like and its size, things like that. There's couple little fun things in there for you. So I'll be sending out the digital version of the newsletter for members right away here. So you'll have the Flat Out Fabulous winners for last month. You'll be able to see them, blow them up, make them look really nice. And I don't have to use another page in the thing. I did upgrade the paper for the club stuff to the printouts. Hopefully you like it. I like textile things, so that makes it's just smoother, prints nicer, and should be all around better. My printer has been crying a little bit. It's a lot of prints and a lot of ink, but that's okay. We're doing it. And I did make the writing a little bit clearer. I went with a darker font instead of quite as ambiance-like. I was like, okay, I need this to be more readable. So I did change the font that I was using on those and made it a little darker so it should be easier to read. So for you guys that were like, my poor eyeballs, I listened. So that should be going forward. It'll be clear. Let me know if that works for you guys because I do want it to be readable at the same time. Speaking of club stuff, I won't do the sticker just yet, but we do have a resolution for the club. I am emailing everybody with links today. So you'll have that. You'll be able to go through the process of getting everything secured in the new system. And then we will never, ever, 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 knock on all the wood freaking possible, have to do this again. I know this has been a long time. It's not 100% the solution I was hoping for. I was hoping for it to be a little bit easier and not require you guys to have to do anything. But yeah, you'll just have to click basically a button and check your information. So that's not too bad. And then if you're already in shop, yeah, it's the same. Shopify is what Briar uses. So if you've logged out of, not logged out of, if you've checked out from the Briar store, it'll basically operate the same on my site. And if you use Shop, which is the Shopify thing app, or their system when you check out from Briar, then you'll be able to use the same system to log into my site, which would make it really easy. Has the magic links. You don't have to remember passwords. You just click the thing with your email. It'll send you a thing. You're good to go. So should be very, very cool. And that'll mean automatic access to all the areas of the site that I've shown you guys a little bit before. Most of the stuff is going up or up. I've been trying to sort out some of these problems, so that's a little bit on the delayed side. We do have a workshop coming up, and the other workshop that we did is already up on the site with the download for members. So the next workshop is next Sunday. So that should be fun. It'll be hair. I'm very excited. I might send out a little pamphlet pre-thing with just supplies on how that'll work if you want to follow along, and then we'll kind of go from there. So all you'd really need to get started is a horse that doesn't have its mane. Put your support structures in where you want them. If you want to do that while we're doing the thing, that's super easy too, because we're using super glue to secure them, so that should set quickly. But yeah, I'll send out a supply list so everybody has an idea of what to expect if you want to follow along, or if you want to watch the pre-recorded, or not pre-recorded, the recorded version after the fact, and rewatch it and do it then, and just watch me or listen or ask questions. You can do that too. And there's always a Q&A period afterwards. So awesome. So excited. And so relieved to have this done. You guys have no idea how crazy it is. I do need to go through and double confirm a few things like anniversaries to make sure everything's correct. If you've had any weirdness, let me know. I'm always happy to fix stuff if it has gone weird. But yeah, other than that, it should be good. You can still use PayPal to check out. You can use now credit card or GPay or Apple Pay, I believe, all work in the site. So any of those ways, so that makes it more than just PayPal that you can check out with, which is cool. And then with the coming releases for Briarfest in September, very handy to be in the club. All right, we have Pam. Hi Pam, how's it going? Got mine, so sweet, thank you. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the extra theme thing. That's, I don't know, still weird for me to be like, I'm doing ready things. I don't know. Cinda, I'm supposed to get the box tomorrow. Love the extra special details that you do and the creativity that you put into the box itself. Your fun is contagious. I'm so glad. It's supposed to be fun. I want the boxes to show up in your mailbox. You open it and be like, eee! Because that makes it worth it. It's so much more fun when it's not just a thing in a box, and it's like an experience, story, an immersive, I don't know. I like that stuff. Speaking of stories and immersive things, I don't have reveals and peeks for you of what's coming for Briarfest just yet. I know I said maybe this weekend, but I do have the sticker for you. So let me show you that. So we are off to Greece, which means there's a lot of Greek history with Greece, obviously. All of our mythology that comes from Greek and Roman origins. It's a very, very rich area. And while I mentioned that we had to slightly skirt around the whole rabbit hole of the Library of Alexandria and stuff that I wanted to more deeply explore, which I might do in some asides, you might get bonus journal pages and field notes that come from different weird little geeky asides that happen. So stay tuned for some of that. But on the main track of where we're going and what we're doing to Greece, obviously following the story of the hippocampus, Poseidon's chariot pulled by hippocampus. So there's a lot of mythology that's leading us there. But we're not going to find a hippocampus in Greece because we gotta keep some diversity. So, what is another mythological horse-related creature that pops up in Greek mythology? We have, and it is also technically Poseidon adjacent. So let us show you. So I have this sketch for you. And you might have spied this in some of the advertising for the club. We have Pegasus. So I couldn't not do Pegasus. It's a requirement. So this is the sketch from Lily's sketchbook of said Pegasus. There's a couple of field notes and things around it that you guys will see later, but I've pulled the sketch itself out and you can see it. So Pegasus is cool because he's awesome. Everybody knows the mythology of Pegasus, and sired by Poseidon, so related kind of to the hippocampus mythology. And Medusa was technically his mom. He kind of came out of her decapitated neck in blood, which is weird. But anyways, I remember, I don't know if you guys have seen it, there's an animated series that was covering the different Greek mythology topics, and one of them was Pegasus, and Pegasus emerging from like Medusa's severed head blood, and the story of Bellerophon and that, which has always been very cool. So this Pegasus has his golden bridle on, and the significance of the golden bridle is obviously that it was Athena's gold bridle that Bellerophon used to catch him and tame him, and he basically was born out of her blood and then was crazy and wild and running around on a particular island that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head. And he actually had a brother called Khrysalis, which I had no idea, and it's actually spelt in a lot of cases Khry, which is a weird geeky thing that I just happened to find. And then the origin of the name comes from the meaning pega or pege, which is spring or fountain, because wherever he steps was spring would pop up, basically. Let me see. So yeah, Pegasus was caught with Athena's golden bridle. He was uncatchable before that point. And then Athena gave the golden bridle to Bellerophon. He used it to tame the horse, slayed the Chimera, which was also in that animated series, and then he fell from grace a little bit. But Pegasus didn't, so there's that. Pegasus was used by Bellerophon to try to ride to Mount Olympus because he's like, I would be a god. And that didn't work because Zeus sent a fly to bite Pegasus, and Pegasus bucked him off and kept going. So Bellerophon, not so good. Pegasus is like, I'm gonna be a god. So that's why he's in the constellations. And he was also used to cart around Zeus's lightning bolts, which is also kind of cool. So yeah, he did that forever after on. So it said, to honor his eternal loyalty and service, Zeus transformed Pegasus into a constellation on the final days of his earthly life, and the Grand Square of Pegasus remains visible in the night sky today. So yeah, super cool. I had no idea that Pegasus had a brother because it was never part of the mythology that I learned, which is kind of cool, but I knew about the rest of it, which is really neat. And Bellerophon's, I don't know, Icarus, like, I'm going to fly into the sun. Pegasus, or Bellerophon, I'm going to fly to Mount Olympus. Yeah, no, maybe don't do that. There's a lot of stories in mythology about hubris and how you don't want to be too high on your high horse of, Pegasus is high. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And I can show you guys the sticker as it stands almost now. There's been a couple changes, but I want to tweak some things and make the armor more awesome. But I do have that, so let me show you what it is. So it's kind of like a peek. I was hoping to be a little bit further along with it, but that's okay. I want to do the reveal fully today, but I can do most of the reveal because it's still pretty freaking awesome. Hopefully you guys like it. So there he is in my rendition in color, with golden gleaming armor, his golden bridle. the wings, and he's got some tones of the sky in him, and a little bit of a magic kind of shift to the color. I'm going to play with some of it a little bit, but I'm definitely pretty happy with how he's coming along so far. And hopefully you guys like it too, because it's been really fun to make him. And I wanted to add a little bit more to him than just the golden bridle, because he seemed like after a while he would have been like a very royal, regal, and all their warriors were all dressed up in like bright gold armor. Zeus would have had his accoutrement, all of his decking out, so he needed a little bit of a level up. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. That's what club members will be getting in your club boxes, is a really, really big Pegasus sticker that is going to be really fun. So probably another 4.5 inch size, depending, might have to be 5 inches tall. I don't know. Do you guys like your stickers a little bit on the bigger side, or would you prefer it to be a little bit smaller to fit on everything? Because my brain's like giant stickers. So yeah, that's fun. And he's just been so fun to just put that like regal, like warrior feel into, because he was wild at first, barely tameable other than a magic bridle, and then went on to help kill Medusa and then fly to the land of the gods. So had to be a little special. That's what I've been up to. And hopefully you enjoy the little asides of big stickers, love Greek mythology. There you go. That's what I've been up to with the club stuff, which has been fun. And that'll go out again with your field notes, so you'll get to experience Pegasus and his mythology as Lily experiences it, which is really fun in the time, kind of some little tidbits along the way. And then the next location will be a historical breed, so a realistic historical breed. So I know we've gone into these mythological, wonderful places. The sticker club is 75% mythology and 25% historical, whereas the medallion club is 50-50. Obviously, if you add on the upgraded medallion club, you're getting the stickers that are mythological and stuff in between, but it is a lot of fun. And that's kind of how you guys broke out when you answered the survey the last time that I sent out the People's Choice, is that you kind of wanted the splits to be like that, so it worked out perfect. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it, because mythological stickers are just fun. And then when I can get my guy to do the special effects, it's just extra. All right, Flat Out Fabulous. I'm going to give you guys an extra day to submit your entries, because a few people emailed me this morning. I've been trying not to send out a whole bunch of emails just with all the club stuff going on, but today will be the last day to enter for the Spot On Challenge, which is Appaloosa or Pinto. So if you have a medallion to enter that you haven't entered, you are welcome to enter that today. I will be emailing everybody with the club resolution stuff, as well as a reminder about the Raven faces. I don't know, they're getting pretty big. Well, that's pretty big. I'm trying to keep them fittable on a water bottle and books and things, but I like big stickers, so there's that. Andrea, I might have to join the sticker club for this one. There you go. There might be some extras afterwards, but we'll see how it goes. It's always good to jump in and get all the extra mythological wonderfulness and all the field notes and goodies. Hi Laura, how's it going? Let's see, Enzo. Hello, yeah, my brain cells have been like mythologically fried. The only thing keeping me together is like the mythology of all of this and like coffee. Yeah, but we should be good on the new system. The only thing the new system can't 100% do is track anniversaries like I was hoping it was going to. I would have to program my own system to do that, and we're not doing that. So I'm going to be tracking that myself in a different way, which is fine. Basically, I'm keeping that the same way it's always been, and then the rest of your club stuff will go through App Store and Shopify. So once I do the double check, there shouldn't be any blips. But if there's a blip, like I said, always email me. I will always make it right for you. Like big stickers, and I cannot lie. Gets like a 2 foot by 2 foot giant Pegasus in the mail. Woo! what is this? That'd be so fun. That would be awesome. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I've been up to with the club stuff and with the studio stuff. We should have Gary arrival at the Alps soon, and then molding and casting can commence. And we'll go from there. There is another batch, I guess, or another opening of Gary's. If you missed out on the pre-orders, Gary will open again just for Briarfest, and then close out. His edition will be done. I'll have more information on that soon. I do still have the Gary page up if you wanted to see kind of what the pricing looks like. There isn't the $20 pre-order discount, and the sticker that's the pre-order sticker won't come with them, but he will have a sticker that I will reveal at Briarfest that will come with all of the orders of Gary. So, and I'm excited to do that one, but I can't reveal it now because that's a Briarfest reveal. So we'll get there soon, but it is. I've been having so much fun. Goodness gracious. That's what you're supposed to do in the hobby. I did want to update you guys on my little side quest. So because my brain was liquefied and I needed to do something with my hands to help untangle it, I've been working on a Arabian presentation set. So this one's missing technically a piece, but that's it. If it will focus. So bright blue with your cowrie decorations. I've always wanted to try a Arabian set, which is super fun. And then some kind of embroidery bead type wrapping on the ends. Obviously not quite done yet. It is still only one chunk, but I wanted to see how the glue worked for sticking stuff onto it, and play with some ideas because I've never really done this before. So it has been a good adventure for my brain. Yeah. And if I'm seeing Cinda, your comment there, I'm going to be sending out the rest of the confirmations tonight for the people that entered the last couple of days. I got most of you, but there's a couple of you left, and I'll do that, and you'll get your confirmation that way. Did you guys prefer to have those automated initial confirmations that the email went through? I can turn that back on. It was sending those, and I was sending the email after to confirm all the details. But I don't even know if I need to necessarily confirm the details of the name and the artist and things because it's in your emails. Hope she does a mold making video of him. She probably will. He's going to be a complicated one, so we'll see how that goes. He's definitely got a lot of dimensions with his wings and his tail and his everything, so that should be fun. All right, that has been the studio update. So it's kind of nice to do something a little different. These braids it's like 3 separate braids that have been sewn together, and I'm not a sewer, so that's kind of an interesting thing for me. But it was nice to focus in on something because I actually had a little bit of a breakdown a couple of days ago, so it's a recovery period from all the crazy. Because it's been, I don't know if you guys have seen the Hunchback of Notre Dame where they have the guy, the prisoner guy, the old man prisoner. He's like, do, and he gets free, and he's like, yeah, I'm free, and dang it, falls in a hole. And he's like, yeah, I'm free, and then gets caught in the, I don't remember what they call that, the thing where they hang prisoners, and they put them in the wood thing with the holes for the head and the hands. It's just been that nonstop for 4 months, and my brain is scrambled to the point where I didn't even recognize my own name the other day. I was like, that's spelt wrong. I'm like, nope, that's just how I spell my name. So yeah, it'll be really nice to be over and done with all of that. And even if this isn't as easy of a solution, it's still a pretty easy solution. And I've tested the checkout a few times, and the people that have tested it have said that it's really nice and smooth. They really like the experience, so it should be good and wonderful and much better. And that'll free up my time to be able to actually do art and reply to emails and do all the things that I need to do as an artist and not just a IT coder person. That's not what I signed up for. My brain is not meant for this 24 hours a day. So yeah, Andrea, I did mention that I'm going to be sending out the digital form of the newsletter to club members, and that will have the 3rd page that has the Flat Out Fabulous winners on it, and I'm going to also post to socials and everywhere as well. So that is coming. I just didn't want to send out a whole bunch of emails, and it's a little bit more complicated. I was hoping to have everybody in the system to be able to put your credits on right away. So It's all interwoven and obviously more complicated than anybody would ever want. So yeah, there's that. So I apologize for those of you that have been waiting to see the results of it, because it was a very, very busy Flat Out Fabulous session. So soon, very, very soon. And then it'll go up on the website, of course, on the Flat Out Fabulous page, and the winners show up at the bottom, so you can see it there as well. All right. I guess we can do no hyperfixation. So that's been a mixture of how small and ridiculous do I want to get the details on this, and it's been really hard to find the information on how to do these right and how people make them in the real world. There's a lot of hobby information and kind of mixed results from that, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of information that's easy to find on like how. And my brain really wants to dive into the how and the why. So that's been kind of interesting. Trying to make things as ridiculously tiny as possible in as close to scale as possible while not wanting to throw it out has been a challenge. So that's been kind of fun. New tack makers are like magical because, and then for some reason I thought that sticking all of the bits on would just fall off, so that it was more complicated and you needed to make like little rings on the back of things, and I highly overcomplicated it in my head. It's been really funny actually, because it's been a nice relaxing thing for me to do. It's like, how ridiculously accurate and tiny can I make things? And then I made a whole bunch of tassels, realized that they were too big, and so now I'm making them smaller to fit, to look more in scale. And it's like, how crazy do I want to get? Has been my hyperfixation. With the club stuff and all of the Lily adventures, it's been how deep do I want to dive? How many of these rabbit holes do I want to enjoy? And then with this, it's like, okay, how ridiculous do I want to get? How accurate do I want to try and be? Because there has to be a limit too. It's model horses. There's only so crazy you can get without your brain cells leaking out. But it's been a lot of fun, because it's like, why do they pick cowries as the particular shell that they use in their ceremonial sets and things like that? What specific colors are used and why? And there's a significance to the colors in a lot of senses. And then you get into Hollywood type costumes, and then that's a little bit crazier. But it's really neat to see how other people have made things. I've done a Pinterest deep dive on different costumes that other hobby artists have done. That's led to maybe I want to do a full costume at some point. That'd be kind of cool. To things like tambour embroidery, where you have a kind of like a crochet hook, but with a pointier end on it, and you can pierce through fabric to embroider beads on things. And then the world of micro beading and people doing crazy things with beads. So my brain's been like bead land for a while I've been trying to de-stress from the club. And that's been a whole other rabbit hole crazy. I do have some castings of Jug Life that are going out as well this week. So if you've been waiting on one of those, I'm catching up on those as well. Yeah. What else? The bead thing has been insane. And then braiding and all the different ways you can braid things and bead things and tiny, like ridiculous little micro things. And my brain just loves the shrunken version of things, which makes sense. I like model horses. They're shrunken versions of real horses. So as soon as you shrink other things, it just makes it ridiculous. Might be only me, but I don't think it is, because we're all in the same hobby together. Amy, think of being held together by sheer spite at this point. When I'm so glad that I'm not doing the Briarfest thing in person this year, or needing to do artisans gallery stuff, because I don't think I would be able to handle it. I would have had a full mental breakdown to the point of probably needing hospitalization. Like it's been crazy. Like Biter was bad in her own way, of there was a lot of stuff going on, and then this club stuff has just been me trying to do the right thing and then getting smacked in the face with problems, and then me trying to do the right thing and getting smacked in the face with problems. And it's all stuff that shouldn't have had to happen, and it shouldn't have happened. So it's just been so frustrating. And then deleting half my website because I deleted the wrong part of the code and having to redo all of it. It is better for it, but my goodness, what a crazy thing. Laura, I just gave up. And that there's a point where you just kind of have to cut it and be like, this is what I'm doing now. So, yeah. But it's nice to refocus on some things, and I think I needed it to be hobby adjacent. So with the tack component, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna wander away into a whole other dimension of stuff. I'm gonna keep it hobby related. I have so many hooks, so why not make a halter, right? And they're pretty, and I can't afford it to buy it myself, so I just make it. I have the skills and abilities, kind of, apparently. And that's like I have a blog, public blog article that's coming on some inflation busting, economy busting stuff with the hobby, and how to maybe get into making some of your own stuff and painting some of your own stuff and take that leap into that area, because I know it's really financially difficult for a lot of people right now. And it's a really enjoyable part of the hobby is the making and the creating and the researching part. So hopefully I can empower some people to jump into that a little bit more, because I was terrified to do this and this has been really fun. So you never know what you're gonna find that's enjoyable. And you can get the micriest little micro beads that you can use to make these too. So I have some of those from a hyperfixation before where I was gonna try it and then got scared and bought the stuff but didn't do the thing. So now we are doing the thing. So maybe you did that and you have the supplies around and we can do this together. So yeah, there is another art hangout next. Where did I put it? Friday. No, I did this last time. Hold on. I will get you the correct date. Let me just open this. No! Next art hangout is we did the Wednesday one. It was super fun. There's one coming up on this Friday from 4 to 6, so it's a little bit earlier for those people that are in different time zones and need it to be not quite so late. And then the member only Sunday workshop is, excuse me, 2 to 4. So that 2 to 4, we will hang out, do the thing, make some hair, ask some questions, have some fun. It should be awesome. So yeah, that's what we're up to. And then I'll of course be back for the Sunday morning live stream with this. And maybe I'll have some more peeks for you. We'll see how she goes. So that is all for today though, folks. So if you are doing something awesome for Father's Day, happy Father's Day. Hopefully you have nice weather where you are and can enjoy it. Or just enjoy cool hanging with things. There is a free model horse event that is coming up for Briarfest time. Let me just pull that up quickly while my brain is seeing it. If I can remember what it is. I will have to pull it up for next time because I don't, unless you guys in the chat can remind me what it's called. Staycation. Oh, what is it? Shoot. We did go over it in the hangout, but I don't remember where it is. It's like a free online model horse event that they're doing for people that are stuck at home that are not going to Briarfest in person, or if you want to just jump in and do the thing. And I don't know where it is or what it's called. But I'll try to remember that for next time, and then I'll pop it up. Because it's kind of a neat thing. They're going to have some prizes and giveaways and things and different contests and workshops and stuff like that. So if you are hanging out at home and want to do more model horse things and watch the Briarfest stream in the corner, then you can do that. Because usually there's the first initial wow, and then it's kind of quiet after that. So yeah, that's what's happening. Alrighty then, I will let you guys go for the weekend. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see some of you guys sooner on Friday. But other than that, I will chat with you soon on next Sunday. Alright, love you guys. Don't feed the trolls. Hopefully you're enjoying all the club stuff. Let me know your opinions and what you think as well by email and on social media stuff. And then, yeah, I aim to please.